Kubernetes has become an insanely popular tool for running workloads across infrastructure. But what is it exactly and how does it work? Find out in just 4 minutes. So imagine that you have a number of virtual machines running locally on a bare metal server, in a cloud service provider, or a mix of all of these. Kubernetes is agnostic to where your virtual machines are actually running. The majority of your virtual machines will be allocated as worker nodes. These are where your applications and services will be run by Kubernetes. Inside these virtual machines, you can run many replicas of many applications, and they'll be shared out across the various virtual machines that you have. For example, you can see that service A is running on these 2 nodes, B on all 3 because there are 3 replicas, and 2 replicas of C each on 1 virtual machine. Kubernetes will share out all of your applications and services across nodes according to resources. On each virtual machine, you'll have a service called kubelet running. This is a Kubernetes application which runs on each worker node, and it acts as an agent or a spy for the Kubernetes system. What it does is reports back to the Kubernetes control plane about what's going on inside that virtual machine, inside the worker node. Kubernetes will reserve at least 1 virtual machine, but possibly more, for the control services of the Kubernetes system. On these control plane nodes will run the Kubernetes services necessary to orchestrate your containers, your applications. The first is the scheduler. The job of the scheduler is to allocate each new service or application to a node, and it does this by assessing the virtual machine's remaining resources, and comparing that to the requirements and needs of the application which it's going to run. From there, it will allocate 1 or more virtual machines on which the new application should run. The second application which Kubernetes runs on the control plane is the controller. The job of the controller is to poll each worker node and check its state against the desired state for the entire system. If it notices, for example, that one of these applications has crashed, it will restart the application to ensure that the state meets the desired state, the state which the system is supposed to have. And finally, there is the API. The Kubernetes API is a REST interface which can be used to get or set configuration about the Kubernetes system. We can get information about individual applications running on worker nodes or the worker nodes themselves, and a lot more than that as well. And the Kubernetes API is actually backed by etcd. And etcd is a highly available, loosely coordinated key value store which Kubernetes uses to store all of its configuration, from information about each of the applications running down to DNS configurations for each of the worker nodes. And something we skipped over is exactly how each of these containers run. So these containers are actually run in something called a pod. A pod is a Kubernetes abstraction. It's a containerized unit, which is the actual thing that you replicate when you want to run, say, 1 or more of your applications. A pod can actually contain more than 1 service or container. You can run them in a sidecar configuration, which you do for various reasons we won't touch upon here. All you need to know for now is that the pod provides a generic abstraction for whatever container or set of containers we're using to wrap up our applications. So that is Kubernetes in 4 minutes. I hope that was really useful. I know that was very quick. If you do have any questions, if there's anything I didn't cover in this video, which I know this was very quick, so there's a lot I didn't cover about Kubernetes, a lot more detail that we could talk about. Leave a question in the comments. I will get round to answering all of those. Also, if you'd like me to make further videos on specific parts of Kubernetes or any other explanations, please do let me know. This is my first ever explanation video of this type. So let me know what your thoughts were. Do you like this quick format? And is there anything else you'd like me to explain in this way? Any other, programming or software engineering ideas that you'd like me to explain? Leave all of that down in the comments. I will answer all of them. If you did like this format, please give a thumbs up, click the like button, that would be fantastic. And like I say, I will be making more of this style of video, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of those. I'm going to hope to have a few more out in the coming days. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.